Hi ladies. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the two recipes that I'll be doing Friday live. The first one is the Firecracker Chicken. It is not, to me, hot as written. If you want it hotter, use a hotter wing sauce. And again, excuse me, I'm doing the wing, not the hot sauce. There is a bit of a difference. As written, the recipe is Extra Healthy Mama Fuel Pool. So then you can decide if you want to keep it in the fuel pool territory and serve it over like some cauliflower rice. You can make it fried cauliflower rice and add some fat. You can do, as like I served it with some brown rice that I made into fried rice. What I did is I took 1 egg, 2 egg white equivalents of an egg, that doesn't make sense, and so I had 5 grams of fat from the egg that was divided between 4 people, so then I kept it in E territory. It was not a crossover, but you can do it however you want. And then on the beef stroganoff, if you remember, that was an accident. I was trying to maybe ramp up my beef tips for the crock pot, and I added mushrooms and some seasonings, and as I tasted it, so I got dirt on here from yesterday. I don't even know how I had did that. Sorry. So when I tasted it, I was like, this tastes too much like a beef stroganoff, so then I went ahead and added the sour cream, and it was just perfect. But what I'm going to do is Thursday, I'm going to go ahead and pre-saute my onion and my mushrooms, and probably my garlic as well. Because for me, I really like the texture in the crock pot with when I have onions and stuff, I really do prefer them to be sauteed. My big tip though is if you do use the seasoning blend from like the frozen section, that seems to cook well in the crock pot, and I know you typically end up having the firm pieces, which is my preference. If you don't have a preference, like if you don't mind if your mushrooms aren't quite as soft as you want, or your onion, do not pre-saute, just stuff them all in the bag at the same time. So it's Thursday, what is today? It's Wednesday. Thursday I will go to the store, I will get all my ingredients, I will try and prep ahead because it seems like every Friday there is something. And then Friday, my goal is 3 o'clock Central, and I try to get everything prepped, so all I have to do is dump everything. So again, I'm going to saute my onions and mushrooms and probably my garlic for the beef stroganoff. And my tip on how I'm doing this in a budget is I've got a Berkshires and a Super One in my town. I live in a pretty smallish town here in Texas. Don't even have an HEB or anything near me. But both of those stores typically have 4 packages of meat for $19.95 or something, and they have beef stew meat. So I will get my 4 bags of beef stew meat. Now, what I did do is I already pre-bought, we made some pork things in the crock pot that my husband, or the air fryer. Anyway, I've already bought an extra package of beef stew meat because the beef stew meat I feel isn't enough per package for 1 meal. So I'm going to divide that extra package between those. So technically I bought 5 packages of the beef stew meat. And they have things like beef ribs, they have pork ribs, they have chicken breasts, chicken thighs, they have all that kind of stuff. And so for me, it's about $4 to $6 for the protein in each of these meals that I am making. Right now, Aldi has chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, for $1.99. That's not an amazing deal. I've got a recipe I just put in the crock pot. We just came out from the water park. I just got that going in the crock pot. I'm going to serve it tonight with the youth, and if it works out, then I've got another recipe that we can add, and it uses the chicken thighs. But somebody contacted me, I think it was yesterday, asking about a Greek chicken recipe, and they only had chicken thighs. Chicken thighs and chicken breasts are typically interchangeable, but remember that you will change the fuel, yes, the fuel of the recipe, because a chicken thigh is going to be a dark meat and a fattier meat, while the chicken breast is a very low fat meat. That's it. I hope that makes sense. And if you have questions or anything like that, please don't hesitate to ask. My goal is, I had a lady comment on my we're in July menu, and was just so thankful. That's what I'm trying to do this for. I really want busy moms. I had 5 kids. I know what it's like. And trying to get dinner on the table, and then you're trying to feed them healthy, and you're trying to feed yourself healthy. Don't make 2 dinners. I do sometimes will do 2 different types of pasta. And sometimes I used to make instant mashed potatoes. If you've been here a long time, you know I used to make instant mashed potatoes for my boys, and then mashed cauliflower for me and my hubby. And so now I do my mashed veggie for all of us, and we all like that. But don't make 2 dinners. Like, this goal is for you to get in the kitchen, throw some things in that baggie, throw that in your freezer, and whenever you need them, holiday time, don't have to go and spend. I just said I was going. One thought real quick. Holidays for us were always super, super, super tight. Always 5 kids, 1 budget or 1 income. My goal was to save as much stuff throughout the year, like extra toilet paper or paper towels, get dinners in the freezer so that when December came, we weren't spending money on things like that. We were able to spend money on presents. Anyway, that's it. The whole point of this is for us to get dinner in or an Instant Pot or a pressure cooker, whatever you have. And those are really easy to, what's the word I'm looking for? Calculate maybe the time with your pressure cooker. There's all kinds of recipes out there that are very similar with chicken breasts, and I would just copy that pressure cooker time if you were going to need to swap it for a pressure cooker recipe. That's it. This is just for us to get dinners for our families healthy, and we don't have to stress about it. That's it. Thanks for watching, and again, if you have questions or thoughts or anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me.